Today we will discuss few more math tricks which could be handy for day-to-day calculation at your work or at your school. So first math trick is about the rule of 72. So what is the rule of 72? So suppose if you want to double your investment and the rate of return is 10%. So suppose you are getting 10% annual return on your investment. So how long will it take for you to double your money? So all you need to do is divide 72 by 10 and that will be equal to 7.2 years. So this is just an approximation because when you are talking to someone and you just want to get the approximate value, so this is a very good way. Obviously for accurate numbers you need to do calculations, but if you just want to give an approximation, then this is a very quick way to do this. So suppose if the rate of interest is 20%, then it will take you 72 divided by 20 is equal to 3.6 years to double your money. So this is approximately right. If you do the calculations, it is approximately right. So this is what we have, or what we call rule of 72. So the second metric is the rule of 115. So this rule is again same as we have rule of 72, but here we are talking about uh, tripling your money. So if you wanna invest and you have 10% rate of interest, then in 115 divided by 10 is equal to 11.5 years it will take you to make your money three times. So if you invest $100, it will become $300 in 11.5 year if the rate of interest is 10%. And same way, if it's uh, more, if like it's 20%, then it would be 115 divided by 20, that is equal to 6.5 and no, 6.725 years. So this is a approximation you can do when you want to triple your investment. So then third we have is the rule of 70. So now what is the rule of 70? So suppose if we have inflation, so inflation means that everything is getting more expensive, and suppose you have money at your home which is not invested. So how much time will it take for your money to become half of its value? So suppose if you buy something for $100 today, then because everything is getting expensive every day, so eventually a time will come when that thing will be $200, but your money, because it's lying at home, will remain at $100 value. So your money become half of the value. So how long does it take for money to become half of the value? So that will be rule of 70. So suppose if you wanna see uh, how long will it, so if the rate of inflation is 7%, so this is inflation, then it will take you 70 divided by 7 equal to 10 years for your money to become half. So money value is equal to half. So so you can do this in an accurate way by doing this 1.07 raised to power 10, and if you see, that will be approximately equal to uh, 0.5. So it takes around 10 years if the inflation is 7% for money to be half. And same way, if the inflation is 14%, then it will take you 70 divided by 14 is equal to 5 years. So this is what we have, or we call rule of 115. So these were the rules. Now another thing, suppose if you want to hire a person and you want to pay him annual salary, or otherwise you can, if you are interviewing for a position and they tell you that okay, we are paying you $50,000 a year, and you want to quickly approximate, okay, how much does it give me every hour. So the rule is very simple. All you need to do is divide it by 2000. So if you divide 50,000 by 2000, that will give you $25 per hour. So that will be your hourly salary. And how did I come up with this number? Because approximately there are 2000 hours per year. So because we take around 2 weeks of vacation, so or I'm just saying 2 weeks of vacation, but this if you add up the vacation, and it's approximately very close to 2000. But anyways, otherwise also the number of hours per year is approximately 2000 working hours. And so that is a quick way to get approximation of how much you are getting paid hourly. So same way, if you are getting 70,000 a year, that means you are getting 35 uh, dollars per hour. So that's another quick calculation that you can do to get some approximation. Now we have another rule which is uh, about dividing. So this one is a little tricky, but you can always show it to your friends, and it does amaze a few people. It may not be very useful into day-to-day life, but let me show you. So if you want to divide something by 7, so let's do 1 by 7. So if you divide 1 divided by 7, that will be equal to 1 0.14287, right? So suppose, so you can see there are several numbers in this. So suppose if you want to divide it by 2 by 7, then all you need to do is instead of choosing 1, you take the second smallest number in this number. The second smallest number is 2. So all we do is I say 0 and I say 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4. So I started my number from here. I went this side and then I put 4 here uh, and 1 also here. So I just move the sequence. So if you do it again, let's do it 3 by 7. So in this case, I'll look at the uh, third smallest number. So third smallest number is 4 in this case. So I'll start with 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1. So that is the answer. So you can keep doing this for other numbers. So that's one of the trick which sometimes if you show to your friends or just show to your kids, it could be something which can amaze them. And finally, there is a one more trick, and that trick is about dividing. So for example, let's say if we have a number called uh, 636363, and we want to so this is a repeating decimal and we want to convert into the fraction. So all I need to do is I look at uh, this number 63. So 63 is the two-digit number, so I'll put 63 divided by 99. I put two digit in the two nines in the bottom. And suppose if we have the same thing, 0.787 787, so all I need to do is write 787 divided by 3 nines in the decimal, in the denominator, and that will give me the fraction. So that's another quick way to get the fractions. So same way, suppose if we have 0.11111, so the answer is very easy, 1 divided by 9. So although this might be little helpful, as you can see, we do have a lot of calculation. We do have 1 divided by 9, and that is a quick way to do the calculations or get approximation. So I hope this tutorial will help, and I'll see you next time. In this video, I will be sharing a small math trick which could be very handy when it comes to exam or in the shopping center. If you are shopping and you need to do some calculation, you can use this trick. And this trick will allow you to divide any number by 525 or 125 in few seconds without using any calculator. And you can also use this trick to impress your friends or just to share with your kids, because that will do make them excited. So how the trick works: so for example, suppose I have a number uh, 16 and I want to divide it by 5. So usually if you try to divide this, you have to do some use some math, and it will can take you some time, and some people even like to use a calculator for it. However, if you use this trick, it's a easy way is you just multiply 16 by 2, and that is equal to 32. So I write a 32 here, and then I put a decimal after one digit from the right. So that is my answer. So what I did is I just doubled the number, and then I put a decimal after one decimal after one digit on the right. Again the trick, suppose I have 32 and I want to divide it by 5. So in this case the answer will be 32 into 2, that is equal to 64, right? So answer will be 64, and then I put a decimal after one digit, that is 6.4. My answer is 6.4. Again, if I have 61 and I want to divide by 5, so the answer will be 122, one decimal, and then that will give me 12.2. So that's pretty easy. So how I come with this trick, it's not a magic, it's just a simple trick. So suppose if I have 16 and I want to divide by 5, that is equal to 16 divided by 10 into 2. So what I'm doing here is I'm multiplying by 2, and then I'm putting a decimal because I have a 10 in the denominator. So the answer is 32 divided by 10, that is equal to 3.2. So as you can see, the explanation is very simple, but most of the time we don't remember this relationship, and that's why we go with a longer calculation by actually dividing it by 5. So same trick can also be used to divide by 25. In this case, suppose if I have 16 and I want to divide by 25. So in this case, instead of multiplying by 2, I will multiply by 4. So 16 into 4 is equal to 64. So my answer will be equal to 64. And now I'll put a decimal after 2 digit from the right. So that will be equal to 0.64. That's my answer. Again, if I have uh, 41 and I want to divide by 25. In this case, 41 into 4, that is equal to 164. So the answer will be equal to 1.64. So as you can see, this 41 by 25, most of the people would have to use calculator for this calculation, but we can do it just without uh, taking any time, just in the mind. Same way, if we have uh, suppose 24 and I want to divide by 25. So 24 into 4, that's equal to 96. So my answer will be equal to 0.96. So again the trick is simplified as this. So if I have 16 and I want to divide by 25, that's equal to 16 into 4 divided by 100. And so I'm multiplying these two numbers and I'm dividing by 100, and that's why I put a decimal after two digits from the right. So it's equal to 64 divided by 100, and that's equal to 0.64. Again, this trick can also be used to divide by 125. This 125 may not be that much useful, but still it's a good exercise, and it's good uh, to share with your friends. So suppose now I have to divide by 6. So I have 6 and I want to divide by 125. So let me put two zeros here so that it's more simple. And so I want to divide by 125, so I'll do it is, so I'll multiply 1600 by 8. Instead of 4, I multiply by 8 this time. So I multiply by 8 because 2 into 2 into 2 is equal to 8. So remember, so when we have to divide by 5, we just take 1 2, 25 we take 2 2s, and for other one we take 3 2s, right? So 1600 I multiply by 8. So what is 1600 into 8? It's easy. 16, we already know 16 into 4 is 64, so 16 into 8 is 128, and then we put two zeros in the end, and we divide by and we put a decimal after three digits, so the answer will be equal to 12.800. This may be a little complicated. Let me show you a simpler example. Suppose I have 11 and I want to divide by, not 11, like 11 and one more 0, and want to divide by 125. So the answer will be, multiply this by 8. So 11 0 into 8 is equal to 880. So the answer will be 880, and then I put a decimal here after three digits, so that will be equal to 0.88. So again, how I come with this trick is, I have 110 and I have 125, so that will be equal to 110 into 8 divided by 1000. So that's, in this case I'm just multiplying the number by 8 and then I'm dividing by 1000. So that's equal to 880 divided by 1000, that's equal to 0.880. Let's try it again. If I have suppose 100 and I want to divide by 125, so in this case it will be equal to 800 and a decimal after three digits, that's equal to 0.800. So that's our answer. So obviously you can go further and do the same thing for 250, but that will be almost equal to dividing by 25. So I hope this tricks help you. There is nothing new in this trick, it's just about realizing that there is another way to solve the same equation, and that could save you some time and also can make you faster when you are attending exam. So I hope it will help you, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hi everyone, in this tutorial I will show you how to multiply any number with 5, 25, 125 or 15 very quickly in your mind without using a calculator. So this approach is very handy when you go to a market or you are in exam and you want to do calculations very quickly. And if you practice, you can remember all these calculations or all these concepts in your mind. So let's do the first, multiply by 5. So in case of 5, suppose I have a number 22 and I want to multiply it by 5. So all I have to do is divide 22 by 2, that will be 11, and then put a 0 in the end. So that will be my answer. Again, let's say I have 86
and I want to multiply it by 5. So all I will do is 86 divided by 2, so that is equal to 43, and then put 0 in the end, so that will be 430. So this is the concept. The concept is very easy. So 5 is equal to 10 divided by 2. So in a way, if I multiply 86 by 5, that is equal to 86 into 10 divided by 2. So that will be equal to um, 43 into 10 is equal to 430. So as you can see, this is nothing new, and most of people already know this, but we don't remember this concepts when we are doing some calculations in the exam or in the market. So it's very handy if you remember this kind of concepts. Now let's go to 25. If I have to multiply any number by 25, so we know that 25 is equal to 5 into 5. So instead of dividing by 2, we will divide by 4. So now suppose I have 88 and I want to multiply it by 25. So in this case, I will divide 88 by 4. So divide by 4. So that will be equal to 22, and then I put 20 in the end. So that is my answer. Again, if I have to multiply 64 by 25, so that will be equal to 16, because 64 divided by 4 is equal to 16. So we have 1600 as answer. So now let's say I have to multiply any number by 125. So we know that 125 is 5 into 5 into 5. So instead of dividing by 4, we can divide by 8. So now let's take example, like if I have 80. So I'm using 80 because it's easier to divide by 8. So if I multiply it by 125, so that will be equal to 80 divided by 8 is 10, and then 30 in the end, 1 2 3. So that is my answer. So again, let's take another example. If I have 64, so as we know that 8 into 8 is 64. So in this case, if I multiply by 125, that will be equal to 8, because we divided 64 by 8 and then put 30 in the end, so it will be 8000. And let's take another example, 128 by 125. So in this case, we know that 128 divided by 8 is 16, and then we put 30 in the end, so that is our answer. So now let's go to multiplication by 15. So in case of 15, this is a little different. So we have, suppose we have 64 and want to multiply it by 15. So in this case, what I will do is I will take 64 and then I will add 64 divided by 2 to it, and then multiply by 10. So that will be equal to 64 plus 32 into 10, and that's equal to 96, right? So let's do it quickly. Suppose if I have 44 and want to multiply by 15, so I know that 44 half of 44 is 22, so that will be equal to 66, and then a 0, so that will be 660. Suppose if I want to multiply 22 by 15, so that will be equal to 330. And if you want to multiply 66 by 15, that will be equal to 99 and 0. So as you can see, I'm using a simple numbers, but you can always go to complicated numbers and do same kind of calculations. So I hope this tutorial will help, and I know this is just a concept, but if you use this concept, you will slowly get used to them, and then you will be able to find that you can do calculations very easily without using any kind of gadgets or and that can improve your efficiency in day-to-day life and even for the examinations. So thank you.
Hi guys, today I will tell you a easy way to do a square of any two digit number near 50. Let's start first with the 50. 50 square is 2500. If I have to do a square of 49, all I have to do is subtract 1 from 25, that will be 24, and add a square of 1, that is 2401. Similarly, 48 square will be subtracting 2 from 25, that is 23, and 2 square is 4, so 2304. If I have to do the 45 square, I will subtract 5 from 25, that is 20, and take a square of 5, that is 25, that will be 2025. 41 square will be uh, 25 minus 9, that will be 16, and 9 square is 81, so 1681. Similarly, if you want to do a square of number above 50, then you have to instead of subtracting, you have to add it. So 53 square will be 25 plus 3, that is 2809. Similarly, 56 square is equal to 25 plus 6, 31, and 36. With this formula, let's take an example. Suppose we have a number which is uh, something like this: 50 minus x whole square. So x can be 1, 2, 3, or any number. So if I derive it, it will be 2500 plus x square minus 100x. Now it can be again written as 25 minus x into 100 plus x square. Now if I have to do the 45 square, it's simple. I have to write 25 minus 5 into 100 plus 5 square. This is equal to 2025. And I have to do the 55 square.